Okay, I'll be explaining why there's an increased interest in mining in this region of Nigeria. Uh, Firstly, I'm going to be taking you to 140 million years ago. 140 million years ago. So 140 million years ago, there was a supercontinent. Now, the supercontinent is a continent that comprises of many other continents. Now, 140 million years ago, there was a supercontinent known as Gondwana. That's Gondwana. Gondwana. Now, this continent comprised of South America, Africa, Asia, Antarctica, um, the Arabian Peninsula. So that is one, two, three, four, five, and the sixth one being Australia, with Arabian Peninsula comprising of what we know as the UAE, Qatar, and Bahrain. So all this one, two, three, four, five, six continents were in the supercontinent known as Gondwana. Some 140 million years ago, there was a crack as a result of high or intense pressure and heat on the tectonic plate. Now, this crack, as a result of high pressure and heat on the tectonic plate, created what is known as a rift. Now, a rift essentially is a gutter. Okay, it created a gutter with Africa being on one side and the other five continents being on the other side, being South America, Asia, Antarctica, Arabian Peninsula, and Australia on one side. Now, this rift, yeah, which then created a 1,000 kilometers tectonic rift. 1,000 kilometers tectonic rift, or we call it a 1,000 kilometers tectonic belt, which we now know as, it's called a Benue Trough. So that's 1,000 kilometers tectonic belt. That's the length is 1,000 kilometers with 100 to 150 kilometers, wide. So it's as long as 1,000, 100 to 150 kilometers wide. Now, this Benue Trough, which we have come to know it as, has upper, middle, and lower. So we have the upper Benue Trough, we have the middle Benue Trough, and we have the lower Benue Trough. Now, in the upper Benue Trough, you have the Chad Basin. The middle Benue Trough, you have Lafia, Nasarawa State. Lafia, Nasarawa State, and Makurdi, which is in Benue State. You come down to the lower Benue Trough, you have Cross River State and Ebonyi State, to name a few. Okay, so the upper Benue Trough is about 200 kilometers, 250 kilometers as a matter of fact. Middle Benue Trough is 450 kilometers. Lower Benue Trough is 300 kilometers. Now, I'd like you to understand something which is very, very important in understanding why we have an influx of mining companies into this region, referring to the Lower Benue Trough. That is because of a hydrothermal fluid migration. Remember, I told you the rift that was being created as a result of the crack or the breakage of the tectonic plate, is equivalent to a gutter. And now, if you are in any of the third world nations and you have witnessed the aftermath of torrential rain, you would notice that after such torrential rainfall, you have debris as a result of poor waste management. You have debris from the neighboring streets and everything, all coming to converge in the gutters. So all the dirt from all the streets come to converge in the gutters. Okay, that is what happens with this hydrothermal fluid migration. So when the fluid flows, it flows with mineralization. So this hydrothermal migration has that it's as the migration is happening, a lot of mineralizations are moving with the fluid into a 600 kilometers metallogenic belt. Basically, there's a 600 kilometers mineralized belt. Okay, and that 600 kilometers mineralized belt is from the lower Benue Trough to the mid Benue Trough. Remember, lower Benue Trough is about 300 kilometers, mid Benue Trough is 450 kilometers. So it flows. It flows with a lot of mineralizations, both non-ferrous and ferrous minerals. That's why you have minerals like the lead, which is a non-ferrous metal. We have minerals like zinc, which is a ferrous metal. We have also gold,